a week since I've been on camera, but I'm finally getting over the flu, and I am ready to tell you about this roller coaster of a forecast we have in place. The funny thing is, we're ending November where we started it, but we're going into quite an up and down December. The radar's clear right now. There's not a whole lot going on. Daytime highs today are going to be right around 50, 51 degrees. I looked back in the high this day, the beginning of November, the first day was right in the low 50s. So again, we're ending right where we started, and tonight will be chilly, 33, 34 degrees across the area, and it's just the down part of the roller coaster we've been on. Yesterday we were in the 70s. We're going to be in the 70s again at least a time or two, and who knows what the rest of December is going to hold. Here's the picture of things right now. Not much happening here, but you look off to the east. Man, Dixie Alley got worked over quite a bit yesterday. They had a number of tornadoes and severe storms out that way that has since pushed off to the east and moved through the Atlanta area. Fortunately, it had weakened before it did that, before it pushed through the Atlanta area and now into southern Georgia, and parts of Florida there, although it looked just a moment ago like the panhandle of Florida did have a tornado warning, so those storms could be ramping up again. So there's the cold front that came through last night and was responsible for us getting that reality check today, returning to the colder weather. Here's the high pressure system that's kind of governing things right now, but there is a disturbance off to the west, and we'll take a look at the other feature there as well, but it's really easy to see on the water vapor imagery what all is happening here, because we have the dry air in place that's behind this front, but there is quite a bit of cloud cover. You see all this, and again, this is why I love looking at water vapor, because you can't really see this on radar, but this system is coming in. This will bring us some clouds. Like the cold front last night, it's going to be kind of dry, so we don't really expect to see any rain. Looks like a couple of people are forecasting a small chance of showers tomorrow afternoon, evening. It's possible, but I don't really have a very big chance of that in my forecast. So let's go to the Pacific Northwest. This is where this next system is coming in, and we've been talking about how we got into the habit in August, September of increasing the frequency of those fronts coming in, and we've got our next one right there. So it is on the way, and we will be looking at possibly more rain and possibly another cool down. Not quite as big as last night, though, as we go forward. So let's take a look at the forecast. Today, 50 degrees for that high, 50, 51. Breezy northeast wind. Fortunately, the winds won't be as strong as they were overnight last night. That was killer. They are a little bit calmer today. We start December on Thursday, 52 degrees, east winds turning back to the southeast, and you know what that means. We're going to warm up again. Friday, 70 degrees for that high, south winds of 5 to 15 miles per hour. Notice tonight, the temperatures, before I get too far ahead, notice tonight that the temperatures are again in kind of the mid-30s. Some places could get into the lower 30s, so if you are concerned about those plants, go ahead and cover those. But the lows are warming up as well. Friday, 70. Friday night, we just barely dipped below 60 degrees. And then we have that next front coming in Saturday. Looks like it could bring a small chance of showers overnight, really late afternoon, evening, overnight Saturday. West winds turning back around to the northeast, high around 60. Now here's the thing. There are some that are forecasting cooler temperatures, some forecasting warmer temperatures. It depends on where this front goes, where it stalls, how far south it moves, really where the northern winds are going to reach. You know, it's one of those things. It could get here and it could completely fizzle out and just not do anything, and we could be closer to 70 that day. Or it could come in with a stronger punch. We could be closer to 50. So right now I have 60 degrees. I think the further south you go, generally the warmer it's going to be. 60 degrees, overnights in the upper 40s. Looks like we could have some lingering showers Sunday morning, but highs are in the low 60s. 75 again for Monday. 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Just look, you look at this forecast and it's just up and down before we have another cool down coming in Monday night, a modest cool down. but a cool down nonetheless to bring us back into the mid 60s. So as we get into December, we're kind of all over the place, and that has kind of been a habit of ours for December to kind of just be this mixed bag of weather. It's not going to feel like the beginning of meteorological fall or winter, rather, for sure, but as we go forward, I'm sure that we will bring those temperatures down a little bit more. So November was largely cool. December is all over the place, but hey, for the end of November and the beginning of December, we're right where we were this time last month, ending October, going into November. And then from there, it's all over the place. So stay tuned for updates on this weekend's cold front, as well as that brief heat up and then cool down again to start the work week.